Dizzy versus Kuba Esports in the upper bracket for the World Championship. This should be an incredible match. We're looking forward to a lot of great attacks. We have a lot of Root Rider attacks recently with mostly recall attacks. In the beginning, we're having a Royal Champion charge going in with typically either the Haste Vial, if you want to use that during the beginning of the attack, or the other option is then to go in with the Spear, which a lot of people like to use then during the main attack to make sure the Royal Champion stays behind and can provide some nice damage from the back of the Root Riders. Otherwise, what other equipments are we seeing in this one? Pretty classic, I would say. Otherwise, we see a lot of times the Snake Bracelet as well with the Spiky Ball in combination. Yep, that's what I've expected. The action figure is such a strong equipment. The healing of the healer puppet is amazing, especially the self-healing. This combination is just really solid. Otherwise, the magic mirror is always a great option. And we're seeing overall pretty common equipments across the line. And now the question is, how are the troops going to walk through the base? Are they going to split? Because then those healers are going to have a rough time. As well as something which we see a lot on the defensive side are those new furnaces, because that's by far the best use case. On offense, they're not that great. They're not that great. I mean, a lot of people are always saying, yeah, Supercell always releases OP stuff, so they're making more money and such. But we had as well recently a lot of more underwhelming troops being released, like the Furnace or, for example, the Revive spell. But yeah, so those two things not as crazy, but on defense, the Furnace is quite solid. On defense, he's quite good. But the question is, can they overpower this backend? The Fire Spitter directly pointing into the direction of the remaining Root Riders, and this will be really painful. But he has two really powerful hero abilities still left, which he can utilize, hopefully. First one, the Earthquake Boots with the Spiky Ball. If the timing is right, the Archer Queen should be able to get into the core. The healers right now are getting a lot of red mines, but the Sneezy spawning one of those tanks, making sure that the healers are staying protected. Now the King ability, maybe as soon as that storage is gone, he wants to get as much value out of the Spiky Ball as possible. And the Earthquake Boots should be amazing. Queen ability will spawn not just the Giant, but as well healers. But there's so much on the back end. The great thing about the hard mode, or great if you are enjoying those lower scores matches, we have the percentage, which matters so much in those hard mode matches, because the stars typically are around 11, maybe as well 12 stars. But this means that every percent matters. And this right now is exactly the case of this percentage getting increased with every single building going down. Another wall break coming in. Can the Archer clutch this? This might be actually quite nice if the Archer Queen gets one more shot. And yep, 98%. That's a really solid first attack. Amazing job. And now it's up to Dizzy to somehow top this. We have Hawk with the next attack, and we're seeing Witches in there. I love it. Let's go. Witches for the funneling, for the flank, to make the push around the outside even stronger. We have as well the new Siege Machine, which is going to be used because the Witches are empowering the outside funneling a little bit better, and because they have to replace the Siege Barracks, and this means then he can utilize the this new siege, or is it still a new siege, but the newest siege in the game. They can empower the main attack then even further, which should work quite well. Let's just double check the equipment while the Royal Champion charge is going on. Again, I would say when it comes down to this strategy, it's super classic. The only thing which surprises me right now is the race gem. Typically we see the healing tome, so that is a surprise. So let's see how that's going to work. Did he just lost the Fox there, not the Royal Champion. He has the Hog Rider puppet, he just likes to run this. This is as well the equipment combination which he used for his rank 1 finish. I think it was 1 season ago. So let's find out how strong this push will be. The Queen is in, the Royal Champion is in, and as well the Siege, while the King is around the outside. The King really utilizes then the Snake Bracelet. Going around the outside, he can wall break him in then into this Queen compartment, or the Royal Champ compartment, where the Queen with the Root Riders are then pushing through the core. Right now everything is stuck, but that's fine. Yes, well, the Yak in the mix, that is interesting. Okay, using the Yak on the Queen. Oh, okay, I love it. That's another tank there with the Root Riders. But is that going to work? That's the question to me. again, we have, I think there was a furnace inside the defending clan castle. Just gonna, those snakes are doing a great job of clearing out those defenses while the king is tanking. Massive, but they're not going to the outside. We had those Yetis inside the siege machine. The giant inside the core doing a great job, but the queen went down. That's the purpose of the giant, keeping the queen alive, so it was not possible to utilize that whatsoever. And this, it seems like, falls short on the percentage side. Race starts at this point are out of reach for sure, but we have talked about this earlier. Every single percentage matters. King ability getting used, a wizard as well around the outside. The king is coming back to clear out this multi-arch tower. The top side can be maybe utilized with a couple of more beatings taken care of. There comes the super barbarians. 2 more beatings are gone, and this seems to be the limit for him. 83%, it seems like, and that is going to be the final percentage. So an early lead for Kuba Esports, but this match is just at its beginning. Can Snider increase the lead for Kuba Esports? And he's coming in with the dragons. Okay, I love this. A little bit of variety with the dragons instead of the root riders, but still the Royal Champion charge. No big surprise. The electro boots are such an incredible strong equipment. Getting those beginnings in always perfect. Really nice. Oh, that skip was amazing because now the Royal Champion is on that town hall, but the expo going down. Really nicely done. Great job here on the placement of those spells. But oh no, the Royal Champion backtracking. He has to turn things invisible again. There's again this clan castle, which is just really annoying to deal with. Which are those fire? Oh no, the Royal Champion. Stop trolling. Those clan castle troops are not what you're looking for. Oh god, okay. That was a lot of time wasted. But still, the Royal Champion keep pushing forward. He has the Phoenix on the Minion Prince, which means the Royal Champion is relying on the Fox to get a couple of more rotations out. He has 2 more invisibility spells at this point. Can he get this core? That would be great. If he would get 1 more sweeper, that would be insane, I believe. And he gets one of the sweepers. Okay, now he can start from the left side. He needs to get started soon. 1 minute 40 seconds. And there we go. There we go. The dragons are in great beginning, taking care of the town hall. A lot of the top side damage, and already 2 air defenses are gone, if I see this correctly. Only those 2 at the bottom side are remaining. King, no queen. This as well something which is to highlight. We have the snake and the spiky ball again. We have as well the metal pants in hard mode. Is just super needed because the Minion Prince dies really quick inside this mode, which is having those special restrictions of heroes having less damage. The equipments are capped at specific level, common at level 15 and epics on level 21. And this really means you need typically those metal pants to really keep that Minion Prince safe. And Dancer and Puppet obviously is way better in the regular game, but that's because of those special restrictions. Now, the dragons though on the back end died out super quick. I'm not sure if he can recover. Trying to get some more troops in, but I'm not sure. This is not the attack he was hoping for. It seems like the push looked good, but then the troops just disappeared around this bottom side. A lot of traps around this area, and this means that Hawk can defend as well. And both teams so far not with great success for the first 3 stars. Darkstar is in, one of the best players out there, and he is going in with the warden charge. I love it. I love it. I'm looking forward to this. This is one of the hardest things to pull off. So let's just get the preparation ready, and hopefully Darkstar can pull this off. We have warden charge of the Royal Champion charge. We have the Rage and the Gauntlet on the King. On the Queen, again, no big surprise. We have the Giant and the Healer Puppet, Warden Fireball and the Rage Aura. And then we have the double epic on the Royal Champion. 10 minions. That is a lot of cleanup, but it's needed typically. Okay, there goes the Fireball. And he's connecting it to the core. What a great value. Getting the clan castle out as well, nice and early, so he doesn't need to worry about that. That's why he has no poison spell in his army composition either. And there we go with the Giants. The Queen is in here as well. And he's trying to now push the Queen into this multi-inferno tower compartment with the lock launcher, with the bakery tanking, while he has the warden now charging towards that tunnel. This is now going to be a lot of multitasking. I'm wondering if he can pull this off. That would be crazy because he has to worry about his heroes, king and queen on the far left side. He's trying to push that queen into that compartment with the king going around the top side. But now the warden, oh, that's what I meant. A lot of multitasking, and this falling short hurts a lot. Can the giant get towards the tunnel? He has to open the right compartment. He needs to get that second star. He has the rocket tools. He has the royal champion to save the second star, but can he even get the 3-star? I have no clue. I mean, the warden charge otherwise looked amazing. There goes the freeze. Where is the healer? Stop following the Yetis. Follow the queen. Okay, the queen is dead. Don't follow the queen. Stay alive. Royal champion. Oh no, this could have looked so good. But this is so unfortunate. Can he get at least high percentage? This is what he has to save. We have the Phoenix now on the Royal Champion with the Electro Boots doing some nice job. He has minions everywhere for cleanup purposes. He needs to at least get to like 85%, maybe something like that. Those archers. The archer really struggling with the Bitter Hut. And the multi-arch tower going down. Oh, multi-arch tower go down. Yes, it goes down. Bitter Hut needs to go. Wait, he did not target the Bitter Hut. Oh no, the Bitter Hut repairing everything. He's at 85% though. So he's doing a great job of getting the percentages in slowly. Get it? 90%. Nice. Really good recovery. Considering that the warden died early, or somewhat early during the mid part of the attack. 90% 2-star is a really good recovery. But so far, no 3-stars in this match. Who is going to get the first one? Back to the Root Riders. We have a Royal Champion charged. Let's quickly double check the equipment. Okay, Haste, Electro Boots, Warden. Yep, back to the Healing Tome. We have the double epic on the Queen, and as well on the King, and the double epic as well. Well, can the Royal Champ push enough into the base and get the deeper funnel? Oh, the Fox already dead, so he has to invest now. The recall. Oh no. Okay, that extra would have been nice to take care of, obviously, but let's hope that's not going to be that big of a difference for the end of the attack. He has the queen funneling the outside. I really like to have the queen on the inside, but I'm wondering, I haven't tested it so far, to be honest, so for me it's just speculation. I'm wondering if the Minion Prince approach, which I have showed you as well, is going to be copied from the pros, because I just think it's just so much better than the king. But I'm just wondering if maybe on the hard mode it's just not working as well, so could be a reasoning. But let's just hope for this attack that this is not going to fall short early, because there is a lot of damage on those troops. He has to save that Royal Champion with a nice early Warden ability to keep her alive. A great Warden ability to keep even the Root Riders alive and healthy versus the Giga Bomb, so that was great timing. But around the backhand, with now having the Overgrowth running out, ooh, that's still a lot of base left there. And I'm not sure the Warden going down any second. Maybe yes, no, hello, no. Actually, the Warden survived. The healer's keeping that Warden alive is clutch. And we have as well those Fire Mites from the ovens approaching those troops. But can they be a difference maker? At this point, I don't even think they need to be a difference maker, because most of those troops are already going down. The percentage, though, is climbing up higher with every single building right now. 80% reached. Not yet. 80% reached right now. But I don't think it's going to be any higher. I think that's it, pretty much. Wait, wouldn't it have been... I think... he could have gotten, like, those two buildings with the... Okay, I think that was not the best choice going for the Wizard Tower. But it's an 83%. So... Izzy is up next. Cynthia with 11 dragons. Can he make this work with a mass invisibility Royal Champion charge? Let's double check the equipment. Nothing too crazy. No, everything to be expected, to be honest. But oh my gosh, I think those Tesla were insane. Leading the Royal Champion away from the Town Hall with the entry being predicted. That was... I mean, I know not everyone is always like that crazy into like base building and such, but for me, as a base building nerd, I love those little things. Like having the Royal Champion pathing around the Town Hall because of that is so cool. Really nice job by the defender, by the base builder, whoever that was. I think Mirari is building bases as well, I believe. So really great job by him. And since they're really struggling to find the value, because typically you want to get into the core, you need those core buildings to make those attacks work. And at this point, there's not much of this base gone. I mean, that's just not enough, I think. I feel that is not enough whatsoever. He has to go from the top right side. He would have liked to get a sweeper, for example, or such. But with this opening, that was not a lot of value. He is forced to use the minion principality early to even get towards the core. And as his troops are losing hit points, that's where the warden ability is going to come in clutch, hopefully, to recover some hit points. There's the one rage warden ability, right? When is it going to happen? Right now? There we go. Keeping all of the dragons alive. Town Hall finally going down, but this core, with the two sweepers alive, without any freezes, is a death trap for those dragons. No chance of fighting back, I believe. And the king, at least, is going around the outside. That is something which is always nice for the percentage part of the attack, which can be a big deciding factor. And this means already 80% is reached. It will nicely take down those buildings at the bottom side, so that's more percentage points for him. But this entire core staying alive, that is crazy. This Royal Champion charge was defended incredibly well with those outside Tesla and with the pathing provided against him. And, well, that was not a great opening whatsoever here. And this means that's another defense for Kuba. As well, if you have wondered, the stats below me, they were wrong in the first place. I have fixed them now, so now they're completely accurate. And currently, Kuba has the lead, even though it's super small. And both teams have 2 attacks left, so anything can still happen. We're back to the Root Riders, and maybe we're going to see our first 3-star now with them in this match. Again, during the World Championship, just quickly check the equipment. Earthquake boots, no snake this time. And we're having no mirror on the on the Archer Queen this time around. Another test. Those guys are so good with those Tesla. The Tesla is forcing the next Invis spell because he's trying to like create better pathing into the Town Hall. But those Tesla luring the Royal Champion away from the actual target is a big deal. Now let's check out quickly the Warden and the Royal Champion ability. We have just seen that with the Haze Vial. We have now the funneling happening on the outside. We have the Archer Queen on the flank. This is why we don't see the Magic Mirror instead. We have the Healer Puppet for even more sustain for her. And the king is getting put into the middle of the base. It seems like the crawling king, the sneaky king, the king, whatever. So, flank castle again. We have 2 ice golems and as well the furnace. That's right now like a really common flank castle which you will approach in hard mode or as well in legends, by the way. So you can copy that for sure if you're in legends and you want to have like a solid default clan castle. You should run you should run the 2 ice golems, then just the furnace, and then just fill up with archers. That's pretty much what most people are using in higher skill level, because it defends ground pretty nicely and as well air with the furnace really nicely as well. But as the core is waking up, take a look at this. The healers are just disappearing. And this is something which I don't like about the overgrowth spell. Like, it's a really double-edged sword, especially if it's not timed perfectly, because this can sometimes really like have the troops go into immediate range to some of those defenses, where then other defenses are waking up and they're taking down the healers right away, and that can really lead to big problems for the attacker, as we have seen right here, because this backhand, even though there's not many defenses left, it won't go down. As well, since nothing is going around the outside, I don't think it will be the craziest percentage. It seems like it to be in the 80% range, but not any higher, which would have been really helpful for the attack, because for the match overall, because DZ is getting closer and closer on the percentage game to what we have seen so far from Kuba after an incredible strong start. But they were like yeah, falling short now with the last couple of attacks. It seems like an 82% with this archer getting another building. So 82% is not the worst, don't get me wrong, but that's for sure a lead now, which Dizzy might be able to catch up. And that building is going down indeed. But that's it, 82% 2-star for Kuba. And this means it's up to Dizzy to maybe get the first 3-star. Mask is in. And we have another Root Rider attack, but we have one Super Archer. That's the one exciting thing we should concentrate on. What is he going to use it for? Oh, maybe on this left side to snipe this. Yeah, that could work. Looking forward to that. Let's double check the equipment meanwhile. Okay. The Giant Arrow, that's something that's what we should take a look for. With the Earthquake, so that should be a good mix. We have the Rage Gem already again as well. And we have, I have seen in the chat that apparently it was not intentional from Mammoth that he had the Rage Gem in there, that he had like one of those annoying bugs. Like I have to say, the new army, like UI and everything, the new overview of the new army training method, and obviously the no army training time is an amazing, amazing feature in Clash of Clans. For Friendly Wars though, let's be honest, it really sucks. There are so many bugs in the game where you get like the wrong army, the wrong troops, the wrong heroes, the wrong equipment, everything wrong. It's really, really painful to play. And yeah, it can be really rough. That's just how it is. So I really feel for the pros that they have to rely on this RNG to somehow make sure that they are hopefully getting the right equipment. So yeah, let's hope that Mask is happy with those equipments and that he can pull things off. He's using a nice lock launcher to snipe those core buildings. The pathing after this looks amazing for him. The monolith going down, the multi-throwing tower is going to follow shortly. The pathing so far which he's creating looks really gorgeous. We have the king on the outside with the yak together, which seems to be a common equipment combination by now. And he's not using the Phoenix. Again, we don't know if that is intentional or not, but I think the Phoenix on the king would have been better, especially on the left side with this wall opening. So I would have expected the king to bring the Phoenix, but as we said earlier, maybe that is planned, maybe it is not at this time. At this point, it's just like randomly guessing. But still, the army looks healthy. As long as those healers are staying safe, he's looking good. And this Booger is taking so many red mines. And this means the healers are staying safe for a couple of longer seconds, which can be a game-changing fact for the attack overall. He has another rage to push to the back end. He should rage right away, and that's exactly what he's doing. Mask, this is looking really good for his team. If he would clutch this up, that would be such a big relief, I believe, because falling behind early on the percentage game is never a nice thing, but they could come back in the clutch moment if this is a 3-star, but things are falling short, guys. No way. No. He got this. Okay. It was close. It looked like a crazy overkill, and then hard mode happened, and everything just disappeared. But the Wizards with the archers clutch it. Musk, an amazing plan, and he's getting the first 3-star in this matchup. And now it's up to Kuba because they need to somehow come back from this. It's again another Root Rider attack. Not surprised. But let's double check the equipment and let's hope that we're seeing the correct equipment on this one. It's again the healer puppet, so might be not fully correct because most people are just preferring the magic mirror. He's using the Invis spell to redirect his Royal Champion. So far, so good. Getting great value, getting great pathing. So he can enter, I guess, from the far right side in behind the Fire Spitter range. Getting those core, not the core, but like the bottom second layer defenses out is always appreciated as well. Especially now with only the Tesla covering the bottom side is really nice for the cleanup. Going around the outside, so I think it's okay with the equipment. That should be alright with what he has right here. But I'm never sure about the king. Is the Earthquake Boots really that great for the king? Because yes, the combination of Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball can deal a lot of damage, but especially in hard mode with those equipment restrictions, I feel like that combination got really hit hard while, yeah, not having that much damage output anymore. But we have the Warden ability. That's what he's going to use right now to keep most of those troops alive. The one Headhunter was in, like 2 Headhunters were on the Warden ability as well. What a great timing by him to make sure that the defending Minion Prince going down. The Town was going down with the King as well. This push so far looks really strong. Looks really good. And if he can keep his troops alive, he's looking golden to clutch this maybe for his team. But there's still a heavy-looking back end. Royal Champion, though, staying healthy for now. The healers are up alive as well. And I feel like that is one of the most crucial parts out of those attacks. The timing of the overgrowth is pretty solid. The King has ability, using it right now to clear out most of those defenses. But the Earthquake Boots did not get that crazy value. The Queen... Queen going down, but the ability was already used, but this means the back end is just looking too strong. That is really such a hard mode classic. The attack looks like, okay, that's going to be a nice overkill. And then the last couple of defenses happen, and somehow Merged Cannon is just one-shotting everything in your army. But that was really a nice attack right there. It's just not enough for the win overall, and this means Dizzy stays in the upper bracket, but we have Kuba Esports dropping down to the lower bracket. The question now, though, is would have Dizzy still 3-star with their last attack? Because that's exactly what we're going to take a look at and see if they could clutch another 3-star, because 12 stars would be really incredible in this hard mode meta. So let's find out. Fluxy is in, and we see a dragon attack. We have seen earlier one from Cynthia, which did not go to plan whatsoever. Oh, wait a second. It's not exactly the same base, but it looks overall quite similar, I want to say, because of the setup around the town hall. Like, the town hall section looks really similar. But this time around, the sweepers are way easier reachable, and they're adapting as well, because the last time, those outside Testa already and outside buildings have lured the Royal Champion completely in the wrong direction. And now with this outside Yeti, he did a great job of adjusting. Now forcing his Royal Champion to the town hall, exactly what he was looking for, I assume. Kind of like similar to what we would have expected from Cynthia earlier. But oh no, this right now is not good for him. The timing, due to the Tornado Trap, is not working out. He wanted to clear out the core. He wanted to get his Royal Champion in there to clear out so much more of this damage. And now with the Royal Champion on the outside, it's not the worst, I assume, but still, he would have liked to clear out the core instead. But hey, let's find out if this is still good enough. He took down a good portion of this base, and more importantly, compared to Cynthia, he has taken down the sweepers, which is such an important component to take care of, because if you don't have any ranges, or mostly any phrases for your dragons, going against the sweeper is really painful. Like, trust me, that is not nice whatsoever. We have now the Inferno Dragons on the outside to keep everything intact in the core. We have the defending Furnace releasing this fire on the attacking dragons, so fighting fire with fire. And we have as well the King on the right side with the super minion from the clan castle. And I think right now we see exactly why he tried to get into the core, because this monolith protected by the storages, oh my goodness, that one is dealing a ton of damage right now. There goes the minion prince ability, but is this going to be enough power? That's the big question. The Sneezy is still there. King ability is still there as well. He's using it right now to deal some more damage. But I think it's just too much power on the back end. It's not looking good for Fluxy on this one. No. Not looking like a successful attack. They will keep trying this approach on the town hall section versus this type of base. I would say Fluxy did get a little bit closer. Maybe somewhat similar, to be honest. But this one, Tornado Trap, amazing Tornado Trap for the defender. And this means this match results in 11-10 score overall. GG's to both teams, obviously. And thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next Clash video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.